Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Compact Everyday Carry and Gadgets. And today I just wanted to bring up a topic and kind of pick your brains and see what you guys think. And that is, should we still be relying and carrying our Sig Sauer firearms? Um, Lately, the Sig Sauer has been getting a lot of bad rep, a lot of bad promo, a lot of bad press, especially their P320 series, including the M18 and its military variant as of 2025. Now, this here is the P365X. This specific model has not been getting any bad reps lately. But still, it raises the question, should we be even trusting Sig in general, Sig Sauer in general, for everyday carry and relying on them for such an important task, which is to protect us and protect our lives? Like I said, from my personal experience, the P365X has been nothing but good to me, and I haven't had zero issue with it. And I did have this as an everyday carry for about a year, and it was always good, always reliable, and I never experienced any bad experiences with the firearm using it as an everyday driver. But like I said, Sig Sauer is experiencing a lot of bad press right now, and it's specifically the P320 line and the M18. So let's kind of just hear out some things that are happening and things that people are experiencing and what's going on out there, and kind of see how that might affect us or should affect us in our decisions to carry these firearms every day. Now, the concern is a lot of unintended discharges, which is kind of scary when you think about it. Unintended discharges, meaning that the firearm goes off when it's not intended for it to go off, meaning it's unprovoked discharges. And that's really scary when you think about it, because when you every day carry a firearm, it is always very close to very important organs, or just important, usually faces you, especially your manhood, if you know what I mean. Numerous reports dating back to around 2016 describe the P320 M18 pistols firing when the trigger wasn't pulled. Victims including law enforcement officers, military personnel, and civilians. So that is very scary. And the good thing, well, not good, but at least when you hear is military and law enforcement, you know these are people that are trained and very professional and treat this with a lot of respect and are very responsible with the firearm. And even though that is the case, they are still experiencing unintended discharges. So that lets you know it's definitely an issue with the design of the Sig Sauer P320 M18 line. So that is super scary. Like I said, when law enforcement and military are experiencing these things, rest assured civilians are also going to be experiencing these things, and especially those that might not even train, that might we might not even believe or trust when they tell you, oh, it had an unintended discharge. But since law enforcement and military is also experiencing, they will tend to believe us civilians if we have issues, because it is also happening to other people. So I think it's sad news, but at least civilians are being heard as well, because I think it'll be a little more difficult to trust or believe a civilian if it wasn't happening also to military and law enforcement. One investigation found over 100 such incidents, resulting in at least 80 injuries. 80 injuries, self-inflicted injuries due to a unintended trigger pull or just discharge in general. I'm not gonna, because that's another scary thing. It's not that you're kind of messing with the trigger or nothing like that. It's unintended discharge, meaning the trigger, even when the gun was holstered, meaning the trigger was not kind of poked or touched by mistake or pulled in that by accident, it's still discharging, which is super scary to think of. The FBI's ballistic research facility evaluated Michigan State Police M18 that fired while holstered without trigger input. You hear that? So a Michigan State Police M18 firearm that fired while holstered without trigger input, and confirmed the possibility during everyday handling. So of course, if this thing is firing unintentionally while being holstered, imagine whenever you don't have it holstered, or you just maybe have it in your hand but maybe keeping the finger off the trigger, it could still fire on you. And that is scary to think, because you could be trying to begin to clean your firearm and have an unintended discharge, which is super scary. Now, Sig Sauer is experiencing a lot of lawsuits. The lawsuits are mounting on these guys, and unfortunately, like I said, Sig Sauer has always been known to be a great firearm, very reliable, great customer service. So the fact that they're experiencing these things back since 2016, it's a sad thing, but it has to be addressed and it has to be taken care of. So when you're dealing with firearms, it's something so delicate, because they are so powerful. They're intended to protect us, not to hurt us. So the fact that these things could even hurt you when you're not even considering using it, or not even paying attention because it's holstered and you're going about your everyday life and you just get an unintended discharge. That's pretty scary stuff. Lawsuits are mounting from a single case to dozens, including at least 22 filed by March 2025 involving civilians and law enforcement across multiple states. So this is obviously happening across multiple states because you got a lot of states that allow carry, and law enforcement of course carries in all the states, and they're having a lot of lawsuits from every state. Georgia jury found Sig Sauer liable, awarding $2.35 million for a defective design verdict. A Philadelphia jury awarded $11 million to a veteran whose P320 fired while in his pocket. Can you believe that, guys? You have your P320 in your pocket going about your everyday life, and your P320 has a discharge without you provoking it or anything. How scary and dangerous is that? Imagine if you hurt yourself or anybody around you. A Third Circuit Appeals Court reinstated an ICE officer's lawsuit who was injured by a holstered P320 firing unintentionally. Case now heading back to trial. So even an ICE officer has a lawsuit against Sig Sauer. Unfortunately for Sig Sauer, they are experiencing a lot of bad things, and a lot of you guys know the P320 and the M18 won over the contract over the Glock 19 to our U.S. military. What do you guys think the U.S. military should do? Should they reconsider using the Glock 19 as their daily driver? Let me know down in the comments. Like I said, this is kind of an up for debate, up for discussion kind of question. I'm happy to know that I did carry this for over a year and I never had any discharges or anything that wasn't supposed to happen as far as how the firearm is supposed to behave and function. I never had any issues. Like I said, I haven't heard anything about the P365 line and the P365X. Let me know down in the comments if you guys have heard any unintentional discharges with the P365 line. Like I said, as far as I know, I haven't heard any. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Let's have this discussion. Like I said, I always learn a lot from you guys. So yeah, just comment down below. Hit that like button because that definitely helps out the channel. Hit the like button, share, comment down below, and also subscribe to the channel. We're gonna do a big giveaway when we reach that 10K, which I'm hoping to do before the end of the year. So let's get us up to that 10K subscribers, and just comment down below 10K to be in the winnings, and just make sure you're following me in all socials. But that's it for now, guys. Thank you guys for watching Compact Everyday Carry and Gadgets. I'm out of here.